Just so you know, an FHA in a bidding war, it's probably going to lose. Sellers just have bad connotations over it. So it's going to be tough. You're going to have that conversation. It also helps though if your lender is one of our approved lenders, because then you can say, hey, listen, although it's FHA, the buyer's not going to ask for, any repairs done. The house is in great repair, great shape. It's just that FHA deals are a little bit harder than conventional, right? Because the appraiser comes in and they scrutinize the house a little bit more. And they know to do that because the buyer's just putting so little down. So, a lot of times in those cases, you're going to have to search for homes that have been on the market a little bit longer, that aren't as competitive. Sellers will look at those offers. So, in the MLS, you can search by days on market. Maybe you search for, houses that have been on the market for 90 plus days. Also, there is conventional 5% down though. FHA is 3.5%. There is conventional 5%. So, nudge the lender to see if, hey, can we convert this over if the buyer can do 5% down instead of 3.5%? See if that's an option. Oh, okay, there you go. Perfect. So, yeah, you just got to get a little creative. Also, you didn't hear this from me, okay? But there have been times where buyer's agents have done this to me. I'm not suggesting you do it. I'm just telling you that it's been done to me. Whether you do it or not, it's up to you. Buyers have submitted deals that have said conventional, 20% down, and then 2 to 3 weeks into the deal, they want to change it, and they send over an addendum saying, hey, the buyer's going to go FHA. That way they can use the money for repairs. Now, when I'm 2 to 3 weeks in the deal, I'm kind of stuck, right? I don't want to start over. I'm not changing anything, and we're moving forward. Is that something I suggest on the record? No, I'm just giving you information. I'm just telling you that it's been done to me before. You can read between the lines. Because the truth of the matter is, the listing agent just wants the deal closed, right? If I'm 2 to 3 weeks in the deal and the buyer agent sends me over an addendum saying, hey, the buyer's going FHA, there's some, they want to redo the kitchen, they want to redo the bath, and they're going to use the funds for that. I mean, I might have this conversation like, hey, are you sure this is going to close? There's no problems, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, I just want the deal to close. I don't care what kind of mortgage the buyer gets. The seller doesn't care what kind of mortgage the buyer gets. When that deal closes, it's done. That's the buyer's problem. People just want to get to the closing table. The listing agent just wants to get paid. He just wants the deal to get to the closing table. And so sometimes the listing agent gets in the way of FHA or conventional, because they're kind of scared, or they might not know. There's really not that much of a difference, to be honest with you. Most things that'll get flagged FHA are going to get flagged conventional too. If there's chip paint or, there's no stair rail, that's going to get flagged even conventional, same thing. But people just have this negative connotation. FHA used to be a lot harder than it is now, right? So people just have this negative connotation from years ago. So like I said, if you went in at conventional, 20% down, and that's what the plan was, and then things change, it's that old cliche saying, I'd rather say sorry and ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. You guys heard of that? Yep. This is that case.